There's a secret about success that most people don't realize. It's not talent, it's not luck, and it's not about waiting for the right moment. The truth is, the people who become unstoppable have one thing in common. They shift their mindset. They stop thinking like the average person. They stop making excuses, and instead they build a way of thinking so powerful, so unshakable, that nothing can stop them. That's the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. Success doesn't begin with money or opportunity. The mindset shift starts the moment you decide that quitting is no longer an option. Most people fail because they only commit when it's convenient. The unstoppable commit when it's hard, when it's painful, and when no one is watching. They don't need validation. They don't need applause. They build discipline like armor, and that discipline carries them through every storm, every setback, and every test life throws. Think about this. Every excuse you've ever made was protecting your comfort zone. Excuses are the lies we tell ourselves to feel better about staying the same. The unstoppable mindset crushes excuses. It doesn't ask, "Can I do this?" It asks, "How will I do this?" That shift changes everything. Instead of focusing on obstacles, you focus on solutions. Instead of being paralyzed by fear, you are fueled by it. Fear becomes a compass pointing directly at the places you must grow. The secret mindset is built on one rule: no escape plan. When you remove the option to quit, your brain finds a way. People who succeed don't have a safety net. They burn the boats. They force themselves to move forward because going back is no longer an option. That level of commitment rewires your mind. Suddenly, every challenge feels like an opportunity to prove your strength. And every small win compounds into unstoppable momentum, turning ordinary people into forces of nature. The truth is, most people never take this leap. They cling to comfort, hoping success will knock on their door. But it never does. Success belongs to those who embrace discomfort, who train their minds to thrive under pressure. The mindset shift is about loving the grind, falling in love with the process, not the outcome. If you only chase rewards, you'll quit when they don't come fast. But if you build a mindset that values growth itself, nothing will ever stop you. Here's the brutal reality. Success is not supposed to feel comfortable. If you're waiting for the perfect day when everything feels easy, you'll wait forever. The unstoppable mindset embraces the grind on the hardest days. When you're tired, when you're broke, when the world feels against you, that's when greatness is built. The ones who rise are those who push even when every part of them wants to quit. That decision, repeated daily, is what creates unstoppable power. You must understand, the mind is like a muscle. If you only train it when you feel good, it stays weak. But if you push it through resistance, if you demand more from yourself when you least want to, it becomes unbreakable. That's the shift. Stop waiting for motivation and start building mental strength. The unstoppable don't rely on moods or feelings. They rely on discipline. That's why they win. Because while everyone else is waiting, they're moving forward every single day. Most people quit because they confuse failure with finality. They think a setback means the end. But failure is never final. It's feedback. It's information. The unstoppable mindset doesn't cry over mistakes. It learns, adapts, and grows stronger. Every loss becomes a lesson. Every rejection a redirection. That's the mindset shift, seeing pain as a teacher instead of an enemy. When you start to use failure as fuel, nothing can break you. You don't stop at walls, you climb them. Here's a truth no one wants to hear. People will doubt you. They'll laugh, criticize, and tell you you're wasting your time. Most people fold under that pressure. But the unstoppable mindset thrives on it. Doubt becomes gasoline. Hate becomes motivation. When people say you can't, it lights a fire so strong you push harder than ever. The mindset shift is realizing that external noise doesn't matter. The only voice that counts is the one inside that refuses to surrender. Discipline is freedom. That's the paradox most never understand. At first, discipline feels like sacrifice. You give up comfort, entertainment, or rest. But over time, discipline gives you freedom. Freedom from regret, freedom from weakness, freedom from living a life of what if. The unstoppable know this truth. That structure becomes their superpower, turning chaos into clarity and uncertainty into unstoppable forward motion. Ask yourself, how badly do you want it? Not in words, not in dreams, but in action. The unstoppable mindset doesn't just want success, it's obsessed with it. They treat every day like a step toward destiny. They sacrifice what's easy for what's necessary. They are willing to pay the price in sweat, in time, in effort, because they know the cost of success is always paid up front, and the reward is only given to those who refuse to settle for average. The secret shift also means taking responsibility for everything. Most people blame circumstances, other people, or bad luck. But the unstoppable mindset refuses to give away that power. If you blame others, you give them control. If you take responsibility, you take back control. That mindset changes your life. Suddenly, you become the author of your story, not a character waiting for permission. That's the shift from powerless to powerful, from average to unstoppable. Another brutal truth: success requires patience. Most want instant results. They want the reward today without putting in the work for years. But the unstoppable mindset is long-term. It's willing to delay gratification, to plant seeds and water them daily, knowing harvest will come later. They don't chase quick wins, they chase growth. And while others quit halfway, they are still grinding, still building, and that consistency compounds into extraordinary success over time. The mindset shift also means mastering emotions. Most people are controlled by how they feel in the moment, but emotions are like weather, always changing. If you let your emotions control your actions, you'll never achieve stability. The unstoppable learn to act regardless of feelings. They train themselves to show up on good days, bad days, and everything in between. That consistency, born from emotional mastery, creates unstoppable momentum toward greatness. One of the biggest lies people believe is that success is about talent. It's not. Talent helps, sure, but talent without grit is wasted. The unstoppable mindset values persistence above all. You can outwork someone more talented. You can outlast someone smarter. You can win simply by refusing to quit. That's the secret shift, realizing success is not about being the best today, but about being relentless tomorrow, the next day, and the day after. Persistence beats talent every single time. The unstoppable mindset understands that environment shapes destiny. If you're around negative people, you'll think negative thoughts. If you're surrounded by quitters, you'll start quitting too. The mindset shift is choosing your circle carefully. Surround yourself with people who lift you, challenge you, and demand more from you. You start believing in bigger possibilities because you see it lived out around you, and slowly you rise to the level of your environment. The unstoppable mindset also thrives on purpose. Without a clear why, discipline dies. Most people chase goals they don't even care about. So when it gets hard, they quit. But when your purpose is deep, when your why brings fire to your chest, you'll endure anything. You'll suffer gladly because you know it's leading to something meaningful. Purpose gives pain a reason. And when pain has a reason, it becomes power. That's the secret. Purpose turns struggle into strength. Comfort zones are prisons. They feel safe, but they keep you trapped in mediocrity. The unstoppable mindset doesn't avoid discomfort, it chases it. They know growth lives outside the comfort zone, so they deliberately seek challenge. They take the harder path, and because of that, they grow stronger, sharper, and more resilient. Every challenge conquered expands their capacity. They don't fear discomfort, they use it as a weapon to break limits and rewrite what's possible. One of the greatest mindset shifts is this: stop comparing yourself to others. Most people waste energy measuring their progress against someone else's highlight reel. The unstoppable only compete with who they were yesterday. That shift keeps them focused on progress, not envy. Comparison drains confidence, but self-improvement builds it. Step by step, they outgrow the old version of themselves. That's how they win, not by copying others, but by consistently becoming their strongest self. The unstoppable mindset also understands that success requires sacrifice. You can't have it all. To rise higher, you must let go of things holding you down. It might be late-night distractions, toxic relationships, or unhealthy habits. Sacrifice feels painful in the moment, but it creates space for growth. The shift is realizing you're not losing anything, you're making room for the life you deserve. Success is about trade-offs, and the unstoppable are willing to pay that price daily. Consistency beats intensity. Most people go all in for a week, then burn out. But the unstoppable mindset values small, daily actions. Success is not built in one giant leap, it's built brick by brick. The shift is focusing on what you do consistently, not occasionally. Show up every day, and over time, the compound effect creates results that look impossible to those who only tried once. Consistency is boring, but it's the secret weapon of everyone who becomes unstoppable. Resilience is at the core of the unstoppable mindset. Life will knock you down, it's guaranteed. But the shift is deciding to always get back up, no matter how many times you fall. Every comeback builds confidence, every recovery builds resilience. The unstoppable don't ask for an easy life, they ask for the strength to endure a hard one. That resilience makes them unshakable. Even the toughest storms become fuel for their journey. Falling down is temporary, staying down is a choice. The secret mindset is also about focus. In a world full of distractions, most people scatter their energy everywhere, but the unstoppable focus it like a laser. They cut out noise, say no to meaningless activities, and pour their energy into what matters most. That clarity gives them speed, while everyone else wastes time chasing shiny objects. The shift is choosing depth over distraction, mastery over mediocrity. Focus is rare, and that's why it makes you unstoppable when you master it. Faith in yourself is non-negotiable. If you don't believe in you, no one else will. The unstoppable mindset cultivates unshakable self-belief, even when there's no evidence of success yet. They speak victory before it happens. They carry themselves like winners before the world sees it. That belief fuels action, and action creates results. Confidence is not arrogance, it's trust in your ability to rise. That trust is the foundation of unstoppable achievement. Now here's the ultimate truth. Becoming unstoppable is not about talent, luck, or waiting for the right moment. It's about shifting your mindset, choosing discipline over excuses, persistence over comfort, and purpose over fear. The world will try to break you, but your mindset can make you unbreakable. If this message lit a fire inside you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, subscribe for more powerful content, and drop a comment with one word, "You Unstoppable."